It took me 5 years to make my first $1 million, and along the way, I have learned that there are certain rules to the game that contribute to my success. These rules allowed me to grow from a broke college student who had to work all the shitty part-time jobs to becoming a highly successful trader and entrepreneur. Conquer the world, win more, work hard, have a sense of urgency, make more money. All these things are supposed to make you a successful trader, but they are actually holding you back from trading success. They are the same reasons on why you are still losing money as a trader. You see, the condition to success in life and the condition to success in trading are very different. There is no control to the outcome in trading as there are in life or in business. That means that you can go to the gym and work out 7 times a week and you will start to see the results after 1 year. But then you can stare at charts all day for 1 year straight and work super hard but not see any consistent profits throughout this entire 1 year. Growing up, you are taught to have a sense of urgency if you want to succeed, and you bring this mindset into trading. Don't just sit there and do nothing, get into a trade, and then the next thing you know, you enter a bad trade and then you get out with a huge loss. All because you are urgent and you rush into a trade. Most of profitable trading is all about patience. Becoming a top 1% trader requires you to take the unconventional route. The route that not many people preach, but is absolutely necessary. And I want to share that path with you, so you can actually become a profitable trader much faster than I did. And after you finish watching this video, I will recommend you to check out one of my most popular videos on my YouTube channel, where I basically show you how to master trading in the next 90 days and how to make 6 figures from trading from scratch. So if you are interested, click the first link in the description. So in this video, I want to give you an insight into what makes millionaire traders millionaires. So here are the 10 secrets that will make you a top 1% trader. The first success secret is patience makes profits. In trading, you don't get paid for working hard. You get paid for making the right decisions. The top 1% trader does not stare at charts all day. He knows when to trade and when not to trade. He sets alerts and only decide whether to enter the trade when he receives an alert from TradingView. Patience is important before you trade, during your trade, and after you trade. Before you trade, you need to have the patience to wait for the perfect A+ trade setup. Only take the trade when your signals are triggered and you have your edge. And for God's sake, you don't have to trade every single day. Your strategy may not work for every market environment, and that is okay. When there is no opportunity in the market, just have the patience and the discipline to do nothing. During your trade, you need to have the patience to let the trade play out on its own. That means don't move your stop loss unnecessarily unless you place it wrongly. Don't move your take profit further or closer because that will mess up with your overall risk to reward ratio. After you trade, you need to have the patience to process and record your trades, whether you feel like it or not. The hardest part is when you enter a losing streak or you lost a big sum of money. It's in these times where you will find it super hard to actually go record your trades because you don't feel like it, because you will rather spend that time making back the amount of money that you have just lost. But it's in these exact times where you must take some time out to process and record your trades so that you can actually learn from your mistakes and you know what to improve on, so you can actually become a better trader. The next law that will make you a top 1% trader is to never negotiate with your inner bitch. Inside all of us contains both the inner bitch and the inner beast. The quality of your life will be determined by whichever you listen to the most. If you listen to the inner beast, you will achieve massive success in trading and in life. You will achieve all the goals that you have set out for yourself and make so much money that no one will believe you. However, if you listen to the inner bitch, you will continue to lose money and blow accounts after accounts, and eventually one day you will get so sick of losing money that you quit trading forever. The inner bitch is the little voice inside your head telling you you can always follow your trading plan tomorrow. Journaling doesn't work for me. Take the easy way out. It's okay to skip the gym if you're feeling a little bit tired. It's okay to hit the snooze button. Then we will tell ourselves that this is just a one-time thing and it won't happen again. But it's a lie and you know it. Once you start negotiating with your inner bitch, that's when you start to remain where you always are, an average trader at best. You don't follow your trading plan for just one day, and 1 month later, you lost all your life savings. Instead of persisting and learning from your mistakes, you quit trading forever. You over leverage so you can get rich quick fast, only to cheat yourself from the wisdom and the knowledge that comes from experience. So you blow your account and lose everything you have worked so hard for. There's a lot of these people committing these mistakes every single day, and they never learn. I know, because I was one of these people. That is exactly why they will never get anywhere in their trading journey. They will never achieve consistent profits from the market. Compare this to your inner beast. Your inner beast doesn't make excuses. It doesn't take the easy way out. The inner beast is asking you to focus on the performance rather than the outcome. Focus on the process, not the money. When the inner beast is in charge, you take full responsibility for all your actions. You do the hard things that make you a disciplined trader, and most importantly, a better trader. Even when you enter a losing streak and trading starts to get hard, you keep going. In fact, you actually love it when things get hard. It gets that little inner beast excited because you love a good challenge. You understand that losses are part of the game, and you fully accept that trading is simply a probability game. A game of chances. You look at the losses and smile because you know that you can only build mental resilience with pain. Whether you are building physical, mental, or emotional muscle, pain is absolutely necessary. And for your whole life, you have been listening to the inner beast. It's time for you to wake up and unleash your inner beast. If you are watching this, you don't want to live an average or mediocre life. You want to become a top 1% trader who refuses to give up. So shut out your inner beast and unleash your inner beast. And you can starve your inner beast by doing these 4 things every single day. Keep the promises you make to yourself. Set high standards. Do the things that others are not willing to do. Choose hard over easy. Kill that little bitch within and unleash your inner beast. If you want to get better at trading price action, you need to take the Price Action Bootcamp, which is like a free challenge that will help you become a master of price action trading in just 21 days. Link in the description. The next secret is to never lose money. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. This is a famous quote by Warren Buffett, which emphasizes the importance of capital preservation. Instead of focusing on making money, focus on protecting what you have. Instead of thinking about how much money you will make if you are right, think about how much money you will lose if you are wrong. Just like how you can't drive a car without petrol, you can't trade without capital. That is why if you want to trade for the long term, you must learn how to sustain in a game, how to conserve your capital so that it doesn't run out fast. And the only way to preserve your capital is by managing your risk properly. Before you enter for a trade, you must know where you are getting out if you are wrong and if you are right. And when the price hits your stop loss, just accept the loss and move on. Determine your risk before you trade so that you can actually define your risk to reward ratio. If you are not comfortable with risking that amount of money, then use a smaller position size. In trading, wins and losses are inevitable, and you have to accept this fundamental fact if you want to become a successful trader. The only way you can be profitable in the long run is if your winning days are bigger than your losing days. When you win, you must make more money than when you lose. And you can do this by having a proper risk to reward ratio of at least 1:2. As long as you are using stop losses and proper position sizing, you should be able to win more money than you lose. The next secret is something that successful traders and successful people do every single day, and that is to become 1% better every day. To become a top 1% trader, you just need to improve by 1% every single day. You might think that this 1% improvement is insignificant. How can I become profitable fast if I only improve 1% every day? Everyone thinks that to achieve success in trading, you need to set a big goal and then take big leaps in order to accomplish that goal fast. That is why you will start over leveraging, using lot sizes way too big for your account, and also force trades even when there is no opportunity. Eventually, you will blow that account and you will get frustrated. Instead, you should focus on making continuous improvements by slowly and slightly adjusting your day-to-day habits. Sticking with the boring fundamentals is not fun or impressive, but it works. And you must understand that you will not see any results immediately after you have improved just 1% today. At the start, there is no difference between making a choice to become 1% better or 1% worse. It won't really have a big impact on you today. But as time passes, these small improvements or declines start to become more obvious. They start to compound, and suddenly a year later, you will see there's a very big gap between those people who choose to make 1% better or 1% improvement on a daily basis compared to those people who decided to become 1% worse. And if you get 1% better every single day for just 1 year, you will actually become 37 times better by the time you are done. And that is why small choices do not seem to make much difference today. But if you add it up over time, you will see tremendous results because of the compound effect. So to become 1% better every day, I have 3 simple steps for you. Do more of what works. Eliminate just one trading mistake a day. Track your progress. These 3 things, if you can do it every single day, you'll become a better trader in just 1 year. Law number 5. Always grateful, never satisfied. The truth is, you can never truly become a master at trading because you can never really conquer the market because the market is always filled with uncertainty. This is a lifelong journey and you must always be trying to get better. Every single day you have to show up, put one foot in front of the other and trade in silence. When we achieve a little bit of success, we start to think that we are the best traders in the world and we are invincible. And then inevitably, the market starts to humble us by giving us a huge loss. Every single day I wake up, I tell myself that I am absolutely nothing. I have a day one mentality where it's always, or rather I treat every single day as the first day of my trading journey. I work like I'm broke and I never let success get to my head. I know nothing about the market, so I continue to learn and improve. Because I know that once you start to get comfortable with what you have and you start to settle, mediocrity sets in and it will prevent you from taking things to the next level. It's easy to make your first $10,000 per month, but it's extremely hard to consistently make that same amount every single month. If you sleep on a win, you will wake up with a loss. That's why when I reach the top of the mountain, I purposely push myself down a little bit so that I can climb a mountain that is higher, so that I can become a more disciplined trader, so that I can change more lives, so that I can make more money. So much more money that in case something unfortunate happens to my family in the future and they need that amount of money. The next secret is something that means a lot to me, and that is to choose purpose over pleasure. Here's a harsh truth. You won't find happiness or fulfillment from the materialistic things like a sports car or a nice watch. It was back in June 2022 where I just got a little bit of success and my trading started to take off. That's when I first started making my first $10,000 per month. So I decided to reward myself by treating myself to a nice little vacation in Phuket in Thailand. I wanted to live like the digital nomad lifestyle. So I went to this beautiful beach called the Patong Beach. My friend and I went into this beach club and we sat at this table that was outside the beach club so you could see like the beautiful sea view. I could feel the gentle sea breeze blowing on my face as the sun started setting. It was the most beautiful view I have ever seen in my life. And after ordering food, I put out my laptop and I started looking at the charts. Then I got distracted by the loud EDM music playing at the beach club. And then there were kids splashing water at each other in the swimming pool. I couldn't concentrate on analyzing the charts at all. I thought this was a lifestyle that I have always dreamed about. After all, this was the lifestyle they preach on Instagram, right? But why don't I feel happy? Because I was not in a flow state. I was much more happy back when I was at home, waking up at 5 AM, exercising, and sitting in front of my computer and doing 2-hour deep work blocks where I can just fully focus on trading without any distractions and getting into a flow state. That's when I realized that all this glamorous and materialistic stuff that can impress other people does not make you truly happy. The things like the nice cars, the watches, the nice houses. We think that when we reach our goal, like when we get good grades, or we make our first $1 million from trading, or when we hit our first 10,000 subscribers, we'll be happier. But when we actually reach these goals, our happiness actually doesn't change at all. In fact, it actually dips a little bit. Naval said that desire is a contract that you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. You start to become disturbed when you want something and you work really hard to get that thing. And in the meantime, you feel miserable. And then once you get that thing, you actually revert to the state you were in before you get that thing. It's a delusion that there's something out there that will give you complete happiness. A bigger house, a faster car, a more expensive watch. As I get older and more wiser, I realize that the things that truly makes me happy are actually the old basic and boring things like waking up early, helping others, getting good sleep, exercising, mindfulness, focused trading, and getting into a flow state. Things that are often boring and monotonous become enjoyable when you have a reason to pursue fulfillment over pleasure. So don't let society dictate the definition of happiness for you. Decide that for yourself. Find out what's the definition of your happiness for yourself. Determine your core values and find out what truly makes you happy. And also make sure you are grateful for the little things that you have access to, like clean water, healthy food, and even just a shelter above your head. The next law would definitely make you a successful trader if you can follow it, and that is to put process over money. You can control the process, not the outcome. That is the secret to trading success. At the end of the day, you can't control how much money you make from one trade, but you can control whether or not you follow your trading plan, whether or not you even enter the trade in the first place, what lot size you are using, and how do you manage the trade. Do you move your stop loss or do you move your take profit? When you focus on trading your system with discipline and consistency, the profits will eventually come. Just because you lost one trade does not mean that your trading system does not work. If you use the correct position size, each trade should just be treated as just one of your next 100 trades. One trade can have a random outcome, but 100 trades can be used as a filter to find out whether or not your trading system works or not. That's why you should always zoom out and focus on the big picture and not just on one trade. Focus on your process, not the short-term results. The next law is to take full responsibility. When you are focusing on process over money, that also means that you need to take full responsibility over your trading. Lost too much money on this trade, my fault. Losing streak, my fault. Lost this trade because of news, my fault. Blaming everyone else, the market, the Federal Reserve for your losses won't do anything to help your trading at all. And growing up, I had this victim mentality where I'll blame everyone else around me. I'll blame my parents for being so poor that we have to get financial assistance. I would stutter when I speak, and then I'll blame my dad for it because he stutters also. I'll blame my friends when I don't get invited to parties. I'll blame everyone else but me. I didn't really achieve success until I decided to take back control of my life. If you are born poor, it is not your fault. But if you die poor, it is 100% your fault. In life, you don't get what you want. You get what you deserve. You have to play the cards that you are dealt with. You can blame the market all you want, but nothing will change unless you do. In the end, you chose your trading strategy. You entered and exited the trade. You did the research, so you own the outcome. You can't control how the market moves, but you can control your own actions, and you must accept both the wins and the loss. When you accept the outcome and you take full responsibility for your trades, that's when you can finally learn to adjust to the market and not repeat the same mistakes. So make your decision. Live with them, because worrying does not undo the past and wishing doesn't change the future. You can either be a victim or a victor, your choice. The next success secret is to think long term. When was the last time you wrote out exactly how you want your life to be like? You don't need motivation, you just need clarity of path and clarity of vision to achieve your dream life. And having a clear vision does something magical to a trader. It's what gets you out of the bed in the morning, even though you're going through a shitty phase. It's what gives you milestones to celebrate as you make your vision a reality. And it's what keeps you going with a sense of relentless obsession, even when the suck factor comes in. Because trust me, the suck factor always finds its way into a trader's life. Everything we do it in trading, we do it because we either want to avoid pain or we want to seek pleasure. And the secret to trading success is to learn how to use pain and pleasure to your advantage instead of having pain and pleasure use you. If you can do that, you are in control of your trading account. If you don't, the market controls you. The problem is that most of us base our decision on what we're going to do, on what's going to create pain and pleasure in the short term instead of the long term. Get out of good trade, avoid pain. Move your stop loss, avoid pain. Over leverage, seek pleasure. Force trades, seek pleasure. However, anything that you want that is valuable requires you to break through the short-term pain in order to gain the long-term pleasure. Which brings me to my next secret, and that is to choose discipline over motivation. Just like how the sun comes up every day, You have to show up every single day without fail, whether you feel like it or not. Every single action that you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Every time you take a bad trade that goes against your trading plan, you are voting for yourself to become a losing trader. And every time you take a good trade that is aligned with your trading plan, you are voting for yourself to become a successful trader. Now let's compare two traders, Trader A and Trader B. Trader A does not have a trading plan, does not have a trading journal, does not use the proper risk management, so he uses lot sizes way too big for his account, and he trade based on his emotions. On the other hand, we got Trader B. Trader B sticks to his trading plan all the time, journal his trades when he's done for the day, practice proper money management, is patient to wait for the high probability trade setups. Which trader do you think will be more profitable in the long run? If you answered Trader B, you are absolutely correct, because of course it's gonna be Trader B. Trader B is disciplined enough to do the hard things that makes him a disciplined trader, and most importantly, a better and a more profitable trader. A lot of you always ask me, "Hey Brad, how do I become more motivated just like you?" My answer is always the same. I'm not motivated, I am disciplined. I don't believe in motivation because motivation doesn't last. You can watch my videos and get motivated for 5 minutes. But then, after you're done, next thing you know, you go back to the same old bad habits and continue to lose money and lose money. What you really need is not motivation, it's the discipline to practice the good habits of a top 1% trader. Once you actually develop these good habits, it will actually be very hard for you to go back to the same old bad habits. When you see my Instagram profile, you will see all my public victories. Videos of me traveling the world, living my dream life, buying my family whatever they want, and hanging out with friends. What you don't see is the small daily wins every single day that accumulated over time that contribute to all these public victories. Today I wake up at 5 AM, that's my first win. And then I meditate for 10 minutes, another win. And then I read books for 30 minutes. And then I carry out my 2-hour deep work blocks and I go to the gym, another win. I love to stack wins on top of wins throughout my entire day. And that is how I have an amazing and fulfilling day. And most importantly, a fulfilling life. I live each day of my life with meaning and with purpose. By doing the hard things, you are building your discipline muscle up. And soon, the things that you hated doing at first becomes a habit. Tired? You do it anyways. You don't feel like it, you do it anyways. Because the small things you do every single day add up to big results. If you want to change the world, start by changing yourself. If you want to change yourself, start by changing your habits. We humans hate to change. We love to remain in the same old comfortable place. But that is bad, because in order to become the best version of yourself, you must change. Now, why do people take so many years to become a profitable trader? Because it takes years to develop a disciplined mind that trades well. Example, when we are going through a winning streak, you will get like a euphoria, and this euphoria will cause you to think that you are invincible, and then it will tempt you to jump into the next trade without looking for your confluences. That is the true test of discipline. Bro, it's easy to be disciplined when no emotions is involved. This is when true cold hard discipline comes in. The disciplined trader will resist the temptation and stick to their plan, knowing that deviating from their trading plan will lead to disastrous results. I believe more in self-discipline, because at the end of the day, no one is coming to save you. You're born alone and you will die alone. So all you have is yourself in this world. So it's easy to work hard when everyone else is watching you. It's all about what you do when no one is watching you. It's all about the early mornings where you wake up to study, trading, and to grind. It's about the late nights where you stayed up to journal down your trades. It's the times where you almost gave in to your emotions. Self-discipline is gonna help you make the decision to resist daily temptation that may help to prevent you from moving towards achieving your goals. When I die and I go to heaven, God will show me a signboard and tell me, Brad, this is what you could have been. You could have been a millionaire trader. You could have been a tribe leader who changed millions of lives. And most importantly, a good son and a good father that provided and protected his family. I want to tell him, yes sir, this was my life and I have no regrets. My biggest fear will be when God replied, too bad, you were just a waiter. And you went on to work a 9-to-5 job because you didn't have the boss to chase after your dreams and do what you really want to do in life. Law 11 is to adapt or fail. What is the best indicator to use? What's the best time frames to trade? What is the best settings for the moving averages? It depends. Most beginner traders, they don't understand context, and trading without understanding context is a formula for disaster. Beginners, they treat every scenario in the market the same, so they use the same strategy all the time. Professional traders, they always adjust their thinking and their positions because they know that the market is always changing. It can change in terms of volatility, direction, and bias. Yes, you can get in for a buy right now, but 1 hour later, a high impact news come out, causing the currency to be bearish now. Instead of sitting there and praying to God that the price will eventually reverse and go back in your favor, you need to wake the hell up and be flexible enough to adapt to the new circumstances. Understand that you need to get out when the conditions of the market have changed, or even pivot your position if necessary. The context of the market will determine the size of the move and how long this move will last, so you need to be flexible and adapt to the new situations on the market. And don't impose your thoughts onto the market. React to what the market is actually showing you. If you are watching this, kudos to you, man. You are really serious about becoming a top 1% trader. Which brings me to law number 12. Treat trading like a business. Trading is a business where you are putting your hard-earned money on the line every single day. Yet, most people go into trading without a plan. These people are not trading, they are gambling. Trading wasn't my first side hustle. I tried everything from starting an online software company to affiliate marketing. I failed at the first few businesses I started because I didn't execute. I was too busy reading all the business books I could find. I was busy creating a business plan. I was busy creating the website for that business. And at the end, I didn't even launch the business. Now listen, reading books will not make you rich. Watching my videos will not make you a successful trader unless you take action. So set quarterly goals, develop a trading plan, follow a set of trading rules, track your progress, review your trades, study and improve. These are the ways where you can treat trading as a business. And when you finally treat trading seriously, the market will treat you seriously. It's finally time for you to treat trading seriously. So go join the price action bootcamp and use the next 21 days to master price action trading, a valuable high income skill that will change your life. And if you want to shortcut your trading journey and become a profitable trader 10 times faster than I did, check out the trading blueprint. And if you want to learn how to make 6 figures from trading from scratch, then watch this video next. Trust me, this is the best video I made on my channel so far. And remember, you are just one trade away. Mwah!